I am Anna McMillan and I am a first-year trainee with Shoosmiths at their London office. I'm currently in my second seat with the real estate team, having previously been in tax. So my background before venturing into law, so I did undergraduate history at Queen's University in Belfast. I then decided to do a 2-year master's in Queen's where I studied law, and it was basically a conversion course. I then did a little bit of paralegal experience, and then here we are. What inspired me to pursue a legal career was growing up. I think I had a very stereotypical notion of what it was to have a career in law, very much formed by what I'd seen on TV or what I'd read about in fiction, and that encouraged me to undertake a little bit of legal work experience when I was 17. I really enjoyed it. You know, it's not like it's written about or what you see on TV, but it's fantastic for so many other ways. I loved the innovation of it, the fact that you get to work with so many different people, and that you're always problem solving, and that continuous learning is something that really attracted me to it and has led me to where I am. So before I started my training contract, I had done a week's placement in Belfast in my lower sixth year at school. And then after I graduated from Queen's with my master's in law, I undertook a paralegal job in London, which was great, the first experience. And I worked there for about 18 months before I joined Shoosmiths and started the LPC. So I didn't attend any non-law specific firm events. However, I think Shoosmiths has definitely acknowledged the importance of trying to attract talent from a non-law background. So for example, we recently sponsored the Best Law Society for Non-Law Students at the Law Careers Net Awards. A couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to be in attendance, and I think events like that are fantastic for just attracting that kind of talent that you wouldn't necessarily think of. The thing I most enjoyed about studying a master's in law was just the breadth of knowledge that you get so quickly and the diversity of the topics that you study. So for example, you could be studying 3 modules at a time, and you're studying a little bit of criminal law, a little bit of European, some constitutional law, and I think I really enjoyed that diversity. So I think the thing I least enjoyed about studying a master's in law, this is probably the flip side of what I said I most enjoyed, was the fact that you are taking in so much knowledge and it is really so broad, and sometimes that can feel very overwhelming. So if you're like me and you enjoy that, there is another side to it that it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially initially when you're trying to get to grips with everything. I chose Shoosmiths to commence my training contract with because I think when you're researching a firm, it's really important that you're honest with yourself as to what firm is the best fit for you, but also where do you think you'll be the best fit and where you'll be able to contribute the most. So I chose Shoosmiths because I love how collaborative they are, their ethos of inclusivity, innovation, and I thought that absolutely reflected, everything that I want in my career for my firm, and that coupled with, the excellence of the partners, associates, and everyone in between, I thought, that's a firm I want to be a part of. One of the things that I brought across from my non-law undergraduate degree and any other experience I had was the ability to communicate to a diverse range of people. I think that's absolutely essential if you want to have a career in law. I worked in retail throughout school and university, and you have to be able to talk to anyone and everyone, and that will never be a bad thing when you go into law. I would say studying a non-law degree has definitely impacted my legal career, and it's really made me have an appreciation for the wider context of any given situation. So for example, if we're dealing with a transaction, of course you have to be aware of the legal side of things, but you also have to think about the commercial, sometimes the political, and always the social side to that deal. And being a non-law student at undergraduate level has definitely underlined to me the importance of that. I would offer non-law students interested in pursuing a legal career the advice to keep open-minded. Sometimes it can feel that you go into something, you say, I want to be an environmental lawyer, a corporate lawyer, or a human rights lawyer, and that's fantastic, but be open-minded. You're going to find that when you do decide to eventually study, whether it's a GDL or a master's conversion, that you see so many fields that you'd never thought of. And my big advice would be keep an open mind and just let yourself enjoy it all and see what you prefer at the end of the day. So I'm currently reading Michelle Obama's Becoming. It was something I got for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I keep meaning to read it, and it's been gathering dust on the shelf, and I thought, no, I need to pick it up and have a go, and I, no regrets at all, really enjoying it, and definitely feeling very intimidated by everything she'd achieved at my age.